Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Amanda. Today's class we have a essential level postural based mat class. So this class we won't be using any props. This is just a beautiful class if you want to be a little bit slower and more intentional with your movement. We're going to be focusing on our postural muscles and just alignment in general. So really being aware of where we are in space, working our spinal extensors, noticing the alignment between our neutral pelvis, our rib cage, our shoulders, neck, and head. So I think this is a great class just for, again, intentional movement. So whether you're new to Pilates or seasoned in Pilates, I think this is a great way to kind of step back and revisit your practice, but should also leave you feeling really good, a lot taller, a lot stronger, and a lot more aware of where your body is in space. So no props, just yourself and the mat. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start side lying. So we're going to be down on your mat. If you have a pillow or a block, you can place that underneath your head, or you can use your arm like I'm doing. And think of having your shins up towards the front of the mat, so you have this 90 degree angle through your knees and your hips. And then imagine your spine lining up with the back of the mat. And if you could peek down, I want you to find here that we have the bucket shape of the pelvis, the rib cage, your shoulders all lined up with each other. Okay, then we have this small little lift between your bottom oblique and the mat. So we just feel this gentle lift for support, and then that top arm is reaching forward. We're going to start with some spine rotation. So on the inhale, we're going to lift that top arm up towards the ceiling, and I want you to lift and then almost feel that shoulder just kind of lock into place. Now we're going to spiral back from the rib cage, so the pelvis is staying stable, inner thighs gently connecting, and feel the rib cage rotating on the spine, right? So I'm not letting myself just sink back or fall back. I'm feeling this elongated spiral, opening my chest towards the ceiling. Now we're going to stay here for a breath in. Focus on breathing into that front rib cage. And then on the exhale, come back to the side. And now the rib cage is stable, and we're just lowering that arm down from the shoulder. And again, inhale, lift the arm. Feel that shoulder lock into place so we don't just drop the arm back behind us, and then feel that rib cage spiral back. Notice that my arm is only moving back because my rib cage is spiraling, and your gaze will go with you because you want your head staying balanced right in between the shoulder blades. Oop, little foam roller fell behind me. Taking a breath in here. And then on that exhale, coming back to the side, lower that arm down. Let's do two more like this. One of my favorite ways to warm up. Inhale here. We exhale, rotate back. We inhale to stay. Exhale, coming back to the side. Lower the arm down. Last time here. Inhale, we lift. On that exhale, we spiral back. Inhaling here to stay. And exhale, coming back to the side. Lower the arm down. Let's go ahead and repeat this on the other side. So we're going to come up, spinning ourselves around. We have our shins towards that front edge of the mat. Pelvis, ribs, shoulders lined up, and then feel your spine lined up with that back edge. Arm is reaching forward. We have that little lift between that bottom oblique and the mat. We inhale, just move from the shoulder. Feel that shoulder lock in. On that exhale, go ahead, begin to spiral back here. Again, you may feel different side to side, and that's okay. Taking a breath in here. On that exhale, use that oblique to pull the rib cage back to the side, and then lower that arm back down. Again, inhale up. Feel yourself moving with the breath. So really as you exhale, let yourself open. Watch that that arm isn't falling, but that you have an energy reaching back. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, coming back to the side. Good, and then lower the arm. 2 more like this. Inhale up. Exhale, spiral back. We inhale here to stay. Breathing into the rib cage. Exhale, coming back to the side. That's it. And lower the arm. Last time like this. Inhale up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale here. Exhale, coming back to the side. Beautiful. And then lower the arm back down. All right, let's find our way onto our back. So now we just have your knees bent, your feet flat on the mat. Fixing the clip. So my head is down, hands are down by your side. And what I want you to do is just go ahead and rock your pelvis back and forth. Not thinking about this muscularly, but just letting the pelvis move. Just kind of finding what that movement, what your range of motion is within your pelvis, because it's going to be different for all of us. Notice what happens to your lower back as you move your pelvis. So you feel that gentle lengthening and that coming away. Notice the movement that happens through the hips as you mobilize through the pelvis. And just kind of waking up that lower body. And now what I want you to do is I want you to find your neutral zone. So find some place in the middle of those pelvic tilts where your pelvis just lands. Somewhere where your pubic bone and the top of your pelvis is somewhere near that same horizontal plane. And you may notice a natural curvature between your lower back and the mat, but to where you're not holding though any tension. So you just shouldn't feel any pressure in your feet, any pressure in the glutes. You shouldn't feel any tension through the lower back muscles. I want you just to feel this soft, neutral, and this is going to be personal to you. And then I just want you to walk up the rest of your body. I want you to feel the back ribs have a soft, just gentle weight on the mat. I want you to notice a sense of width through the collarbones. I want you to notice that your shoulder blades, those triangular bones on the back, kind of have, again, are down onto the mat. You can feel them both nice and wide. And then notice where your head is, okay? Your head should be balanced right in between your shoulders. Now some of us here, this may feel pretty tight through the neck, right? A lot of us have this forward head posture. So if you're feeling that you have tension in the neck or tension through the front here, I want you to go ahead and grab a pillow or a small pad to just pick your head up a little bit. And notice if that helps throughout the rest of the body. Now from here, once you've found your neutral, let's go ahead and reach both arms up towards the ceiling. So now maintaining this position of the spine as you inhale, I want you to go ahead and protract. And then exhale, just come through neutral and retract. And notice that there's no shifting or change through the spine, through the pelvis, through the ribs. We inhale, protract, and then exhale, come through neutral, retract. Again, inhale, protract. Exhale through neutral, retract. One more time, protract and retract. Stopping neutral and center here. Now as we inhale, both arms are going to reach back. We inhale, moving from the shoulder, the arms reach. Now this is going to challenge that rib cage placement a little bit more. So think of still keeping the back ribs soft. And then exhale, pull both arms back up. And again, inhale, arms reach back. You're gonna notice this gentle elevation of the shoulders. Watch that the back doesn't completely arch away from the mat as the arms reach. And then pull the arms back up. So what we're doing here as well is that we're waking up those abdominal muscles. So we inhale, right, we're using the abdominal muscles to help stabilize the spine, the rib cage, the pelvis. Arms pull back up. We have 2 more here. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Now we're going to inhale back. Now hold it here. Now on the inhale, we're going to elevate the shoulders here. We inhale. Shoulders start to elevate, getting this nice beautiful stretch through the side body, through the lats. And then exhale, glide back down. Now here, right, we have the support of the mat to help guide us and tell us where our spine is, to help us feel those neutral curves. So as again, we're mobilizing the shoulders here, use the mat to check in with the pelvis, the rib cage, the shoulders. Notice that we're still maintaining that neutral position. And the postural muscles here, right, the spinal muscles are also still working as well to help maintain. As we inhale, elevate the shoulders. Exhale back. One more time, elevate. And back, bringing the arms back up to the ceiling. Now we're just coming into an arm scissor here. We exhale, right arm back, left arm down. Now we're watching that we don't have any shifting happening or rotation, and then moving back center. So the obliques, right, are kicking in a little bit here and coming back center. Reach down, center, switch, reach, center. 4 more here. 4 and 3. Moving from the shoulder 2, from the shoulder 1, coming center. Now both arms are coming down. Now we challenge the spine with the upper body. Now we're going to do it with the lower body, still trying to maintain this neutral. We're just picking up that right leg now. We're coming tabletop and then placing down toe ball heel. Sticking with that right leg. It's an exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Again, trying to keep that pelvis nice and quiet. Nothing is changing through my lower back. Nothing is changing through the ribs. This is 4. And down. This is 3. And down. This is 2. And down. This is 1. Down left leg now. Exhale. Up. And lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. Exhale, up. And down. Good. Lift. And lower, just getting this nice movement through the hip for 4. Down. Up for 3. Good, again, moving with the breath, 2. And down. Last 1. Now we're going to go back to the right leg. We're going to inhale now, right leg up. Now exhale, left leg up. Inhale, right leg down. Exhale, left leg down. Left leg now, lift. Now again, check in with that lower body. Lift right. Lower left. And lower right. Right leg. Lift. Left leg. Lift. Right leg. Down. Left leg. Down. Left leg. Up. right leg. Good. Left and right. Now we're going to take a breath in here. On that exhale now, we're going to connect through the obliques to find a gentle imprint. So on that exhale, we're engaging a little deeper through the obliques. So you're going to feel the pelvis gently drawing up and moving back towards the ribs. There will be a sense of length through the lower back. Nothing should have shifted though through your rib cage, your shoulders, your neck, or your head. If you did, you went a little too far and are working more than just the obliques and you're almost jamming your back into the mat. I don't want that to happen. This is just, again, creating more stability, so just recruiting a little bit more abdominal muscles than just the pelvic floor transverse abdominis, which is primarily helping us hold our neutral, okay? In our imprint, we're going to be pulling up that right leg now to tabletop, and then that left leg up to match. Legs can stay hip-width apart, or we can squeeze them together. We're going to take a breath in, and now on the exhale, focusing on maintaining the imprint. We're just tapping that right toe down, and then we inhale, pull it back up. Then it's that left side. Exhale, tap, inhale, lift. Now remember, right, this is a postural class, so I want you to think about where is your pelvic placement, where is the ribs, what's happening with the upper body. The lower body is just challenging the connection up here, right, to help maintain the spine, pelvis, and the ribs, right? We lower, good, and lift. If we can maintain our spinal position on the mat when we have support, then it's going to be easier for us to maintain and have a better posture when we're standing in gravity, right? Tap, and lift, again, left side. Exhale, inhale, one more time, each side. Down, and lift, last time, tap, good, and lift. Now we have that right leg coming down, that left leg coming down, the pelvis moves back to your neutral. Now we're going to mobilize through that upper body going into our ab prep. We inhale, we gently tuck the chin down. Now on the exhale, we're going to fold and flex at the rib cage. Drawing the rib cage down towards the pelvis, the gaze is just beyond the knees. We're going to take an inhale. I want you to focus on breathing. Side into the ribs, and then on that exhale, begin to lower all the way back down. Again, we inhale, gentle chin nod. Exhale, we fold and flex, think rib cage to pelvis. The pelvis maintains its neutral placement. We're going to inhale, stay breathing into the rib cage. And exhale, return all the way back. Again, inhale, chin nod. Exhale, fold and flex. Inhale, stay. Exhale, release. Two more here. Inhale, chin nod. Exhale, let the head follow what the thoracic spine is doing. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, nod. Exhale, fold and flex. Inhale, stay. Exhale, returning all the way down here. Nice. Now we're going to flip over onto our stomach, working our spinal extensors. I'm going to pick up this foam roller that fell. All right, so now we're on our stomach. Legs are reaching long. They're about hip width apart. Elbows are going to be bent by our side. Nose is just hovering again off the mat. You want the head again in line with the spine. So now we're still thinking, right, of our spinal extensors, and finding that neutral placement through the pelvis. So here I want you to think of gently pressing the pubic bone down, feeling the abdominal wall gently drawing up. And I want you to think of your pelvis and your thigh bones and the glutes kind of working together as a gentle anchor, right? So they're anchoring that lower body down so we can move from the shoulders up. On the inhale, we're just thinking of gently setting the shoulders, right? We just have this sense of width. Setting is not pinching back. Think of just opening up through the collarbones. Now on the exhale, we're doing that little reverse head nod. So we're bringing the gaze forward just beyond the mat, and then think of lifting from the shoulder blades. A little pressure comes down into the forearm and hands. Now if you're feeling your lower back, you're coming up too high. Nothing should be happening through the lumbar spine. Now as we take a breath in, again, I want you to feel the rib cage expand, but also this lift forward from the sternum. And then begin to return all the way back down to that long line. Again, we inhale, think of setting the shoulders. Exhale, reverse head nod, so that nose comes forward, the gaze comes forward, but then we just lift, allowing the head again to stay right in between the shoulders. We inhale to stay, and then exhale, return all the way back to that long line. Again, inhale, set the shoulders, anchoring that lower body down, so there's this gentle hum, this gentle connection through the lower body as we extend now through that thoracic spine. Inhaling to stay. Exhale, return all the way back. One more time, inhale, setting the shoulders. Exhale, eyes come forward, then lift. Inhale to stay. Exhale, returning all the way down. Now hands come underneath the forehead, elbows are nice and wide. Now keeping the hands glued to the forehead, we're taking a breath in. On the exhale now, we're picking up the shape just from the shoulders, but now just coming to a long, low hover. So I'm thinking of reaching my ears away from my shoulders, keeping my shoulders away from my ears. I stay for a breath in, again, breathing into that rib cage. And then on that exhale, I'm lowering back down. Again, inhale, I stay. Exhale, I think of reaching forward, and then I'm reaching so far forward, I have nowhere else to go but up. Lower body is still anchored, abdominals drawing up, glutes gently toned. I inhale, and then exhale, return back down. Again, inhale to stay. Exhale, I lengthen and draw up. I inhale to stay. Exhale, return back down. One more time, inhale. Exhale, lengthen and lift. Inhale, maintain that long, low hover. And exhale, return all the way back down here. Hands come to the shoulders. We're going to push back into a gentle shell stretch. So again, I'm thinking of drawing my abdominals up. Arms reaching forward, stretching all the way down through the back. Breathing in. And now on that exhale, I'm going to roll the spine up and I'm going to come up to a high kneel. Okay? From here now, we're going to go into the 100. But we're going to go into the 100 in a kneeling position, okay? So again, now we're working the spinal muscles in space, in gravity, and we also are focusing on stabilizing more through the pelvis and the lower body as well, instead of just focusing on maintaining flexion, which is what we would be doing on the mat, okay? So we're up in a high kneel. We're still neutral. So instead of thinking of just lifting up tall from the shoulders, I want you to think of, where's your pelvis? So coming back, you can do those two pelvic tilts like I'm doing now, and then find your neutral position through the pelvis, and then let the rest of your body just stack up on top, okay? You're using the glutes to gently extend and open the hips. Your palms are facing back here, and we're up nice and tall. From here, we're pumping back from the shoulders. We in, 2, 3, 4, 5. We exhale out, 4, 5. Torso stay stable, 4, 5. Exhale out, 4, 5. Try not to shift front and back. Exhale, 4, 5. Creating your own energy through that upper body. Exhale out, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, 3, 4, 5, and exhale out, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale out, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale out, 4, 5. In last set, and exhale out, 4, 5. Staying here. Now, keeping that alignment of the rib cage and the pelvis, going into a thigh stretch from the knee joint. We're hinging back, arms lift shoulder height, and then we press the arms back, coming back to that vertical. Again, from the knee joint, watch so you don't lean back with the shoulders. Maintain that abdominal connection, and then pushing right back. 2 more like this. Hinge, and push. Again, hinging back. Good, and press. Now we're just changing the arms. We hinge, and now as we come forward, we reach the arms up. Again, challenging that rib cage connection. We press the arms down, shoulder height as we go back. As we lift, arms come up. Again, back, down, and lift. 2 more. Press. Nice, connect. Think of the lower abdominals continuing to draw up, down. Good, and lift. And then circle the arms all the way around. We're going to come down to seated position, facing the side. We have the heels on the mat, ankles flexed, hands just behind the thighs. Pelvis now. Again, as you're here, I want you to find that, again, your pelvis comes to your neutral. The rest of the spine stacks up. If this feels tight or grippy through the front of your hip, fold your mat so you're sitting up a little higher, or find a little block or a pillow to sit on, and that will release some tension through the hips. From here now, I want you to just move from the pelvis, rolling back. So I want you to feel this equal effort of the glutes drawing down and the obliques pulling up to roll the pelvis back. And again, let the rest of your spine just follow what the lumbar spine is doing and the pelvis. And then just return. Feel the pelvis come to neutral. Let the rest of the body take shape on top. Again, exhale. Scoop, roll back. That's it. Let the rest of the spine follow. And then return. All the way back up, neutral, vertical. Again, exhale. Scoop and roll back. Inhale, return. 1 more time, exhale. Scoop and roll back. Inhale, return. Now arms reach forward. Exhale, we scoop and roll back. Now we're staying here, maintaining the spine position. Arms float up. 3. Down. Up. 2. Good. Down. 1. And down. Now return. Again, pelvis. Spine stacks up. Again, exhale, roll the pelvis back. Let the upper body follow what the lower body does. Now using your abdominals to maintain, just lifting the arms. Only as high as you can maintain for 3. Down. 2, down, 1, down, return, right back up, neutral, vertical, last time, exhale, scoop, roll back, maintain, lift, 3, 2, 1, beautiful, return all the way up here. Now you can maintain this seated position, or we can go into a crisscross position here. Arms are going to open up a little wider. Once again, find where your pelvis is. Let the rest of the spine take shape. Now we're going to go into spine rotation. So I'm going to bend my right elbow, and I'm going to rotate 3 times to the right. I go back as far as I can, then a little release. 2 more times. 2, 1, and then I straighten that elbow, come back center. To the left now, I spiral. 3, 2, 1, and then coming back center. Now let there be a little buoyancy here. Use the obliques to create the rotation. 1, and back. But again, feel the pelvis maintaining neutral, then let the spine move. Let the rib cage move on top. Think of growing tall, a little taller, and center. Again, 2, 1, and then with that back elbow bending, think of connecting through the lat, underneath the armpit, back and out, left side, 3, 2, 1, one more time each side, 3, 2, 1, straight in center, last time, 3, 2, 1, straight in center. We're going to come down now and find ourselves back on our side with both legs towards that front corner of the mat, spine lined up towards the back. So once again, we have the pelvis, the ribs, the shoulders all stacked up in line with each other. We have this little lift through that bottom oblique. And I want you to feel this energy through the crown of the head and also out through the heels and through your tailbone. The top leg comes up hip height. Maintaining the height here, we're just doing a kick forward on the inhale, and then exhale, we're pointing and reaching back, right? So now again, we're mobilizing the hip joint, but feeling that stability through the spine, maintaining that neutral alignment against, right, that movement of the hip. And back. I want you to keep this sense of energy and integrity through the body the entire time. Again, forward, 4. And back. Forward, 3. Connecting glute and hamstring because we're going to need it next. This is 2. And back. This is 1. Point and back. Holding it here, just a small lower and lift for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend that knee. Place the foot down. We're rolling just slightly back off that bottom hip. Now using that inner thigh, little lift for 6, 5. Working that interior chain. 4, 3. That's it. 2 and 1. And then coming back together. We're going to swing up, repeating this on the other side. So we're down, feet forward, spine nice and long towards the back of the mat, crown of the head reaching out one way, sitting bones and heels reaching out along the other, top leg comes up hip height. It's an inhale, exhale, back. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. Inhale, reach. Pelvis stays stacked. Maintain that long line. Good. Back. This is 4. Good. 3. Connect glute, hamstring, back. This is 2. Reach. This is 1. Point back, stay, lower, lift. Down, up, down, press up, down, press up. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Turn out, bend that knee. Come back slightly off that bottom hip. Now working that inner body. Up. 6, 5, 4, 3. This is 2. This is 1. Coming down. Now we're going to flip right over onto our stomach again. Legs are laterally rotated. Arms are reaching forward. Once again, we have that pubic bone gently pressing down, abdominals drawing up, and I want that nose, again, just hovering off the mat. Now from here, from your shoulder, from the back of your hip, we have that right arm and left leg lengthening, long and up. Ear is staying in line with the upper arm, so that head may need to lift a little bit as that arm comes up, and then we lower back down. So connecting through the back of the hip, lifting from the shoulder, that's it, and then lowering down. Right arm, left leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Left arm, right leg. Lengthen up. Inhale, lower. Now both arms, both legs. Exhale, long and up. Again, if you're feeling your lower back, you're coming too high or not engaging enough through the obliques, inhale down. Exhale, lengthen up. Inhale, lower down. Again, use that breath. It's an exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last one. Exhale, up. And inhale, lower. Beautiful. We're going to come together. And we're actually just going to come into a seated position now here. Either knees bent, or you can sit crisscross, or you can have the legs together here as well. I want you to find a position again to where your pelvis can be neutral and vertical, spine stacked up on top. Now we're taking a breath in. We're going to imagine that we're peeling the spine away from an imaginary wall. On that exhale, we nod. We begin to flex forward. The whole time though, I want you to think of the pelvis maintaining vertical and neutral. Just let the spine flex. Inhale, breathe into the back. And then on that exhale, let the spine stack back up. Don't try to force this posture that you think you should have, but think of just using the abdominal muscles and the spinal muscles together to just stack back up on your neutral pelvis. And look at that. Again, breath in. Exhale, nod, flex. Breathing in here to the back. Stacking right back up. Feel yourself growing tall through the crown of the head. And again, inhale. Exhale. Nod and flex. rib cage towards pelvis, pelvis keeping neutral, inhale. And exhale, stacking back up. Nice and tall. And now we're just gonna come up to a standing position here. Ooh, head is getting chopped off just a little bit, I'll back up. And we're just side position. Now in standing, again, finding that neutral place. We're just bending both knees. We bend, straighten the knees, and then roll up to the balls of the feet, lift, and lower. Again, bend, and straighten, roll up, lower down last time. Bend, good, and straighten, rolling up, and rolling back down. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here for another workout, and I hope